political prisoners in Canada. It's an absolute travesty. The 1,000 people that are in this room are all here to support those men who have been held under trumped-up charges, and we demand that they be released and that freedom reign!
Scenes across southern Alberta reminded the country today about what took place exactly a year ago. The mainstream media trying to frame it as another blow to Coutts, a small community on the border between Canada and the United States. If you recall, back last year, there was a blockade here that was sending a clear message to Justin Trudeau that Canadians were sick and tired of lockdown law and health mandates. That same message rang loud and clear today.
I think that what the government did was basically just bully us into submission as a fear tactic in order to make us comply with what they wanted us to do.
The convoy protests both in Ottawa and in Coutts represented a cultural shift in Canada, not only inspiring global protest against tyrannical regimes in North America and in Europe, it told a growing majority of Canadians that they were not alone when they stood against Justin Trudeau and his tyrannical policies.
No, we got some serious problems in this province and in this country. And one of the problems we have is that when people speak out against the government can drop the hammer of God on them and treat them as if they're criminals. There's 4 men sitting in jail. They've been in jail over a year, and they're being treated as if they're guilty without ever having a trial. And I find it like it's absolutely insane that this is happening. And I think what's even worse is that people are allowing it.
The mainstream media is hell-bent on trying to convince the general public that these protesters are part of some fringe minority, because that's exactly what Justin Trudeau pays them to say. Here at the Countersignal, well, we couldn't disagree with that more.
We're not out here to, stir it up. We're not out here to cause any problems.
I figured it was going to be peaceful. The overreaction by the government is crazy. This just shows how afraid the government is.
I think I'm more excited this year than I was last year. Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. And in spite of what some of the media and some of a very few of the locals here have been saying, it has not divided our village. We're tighter than ever. So yeah, no, it's great. It's wonderful to be here.
I'll tell you right now, our mayor is a liberal. And I don't like the man. I hate the mayor, and he thinks the people of Coutts are with him. He's wrong.
I enjoyed having them here. I don't know what the recovery is.
People didn't know that this was coming. That's why there's not many people here. Nobody, because I don't think they wanted to report it, because you can see the RCMP helicopters up there, right? Yeah. So it flew out. They're concerned about them closing the border completely off. But look what Trudeau did for our freedom. My family, my grandchildren have been here 6 generations. That's 120 years. 120 years in Alberta, and they want to take our freedom away? That's complete, pardon my language, bull.
Every day when we are out on the streets speaking with regular people, we see how disaffected they are with Justin Trudeau and his liberal policies.
Get the hell out of office. Pardon. No, just get out of office. Just quit. You're not loved anywhere anymore, man. Not even your lefties are loving you.
How disenfranchised they are by the current status quo in Canada.
So I'm a descendant of an American, but I've been here 6 generations. I don't like what I see going on. My dad fought over in Dieppe. My uncle was captured in Dieppe out of a tank. He upped the turret. The Germans were shooting down on them, spraying machine gun fire. They killed 1,800 Canadians on the beach. He lifted this, put a flag of surrender out of the tank. The ocean was lapping into the tank, was all red in blood. This is the freedom my dad fought for, the blood and freedom. My dad fought for that Maple Leaf flag in 1967 when it came in. He went down to the #1 Legion, which was all English people. He got into a fist fight because he wanted the flag.
We're here today in support of the 4 Alberta men that were arrested from the Coutts convoy a year ago. They are political prisoners, let's make no mistake. Held without due process. Their bail hearing was an absolute travesty. They're getting the runaround all over the place, from their own lawyers, obviously from the government. There's no politicians speaking up against all this. They have a duty to stand up for these men, and they don't. So today is a day to acknowledge that they're still in prison, to share the message to all Albertans, to all Canadians, and around the world what's happening in our province. This is no longer free and democratic. This is tyranny, abusive powers of these governments. And, these men need to go out. Chris Carver just lost his brother this last week. He lost his father a little while back. This is stolen time from them that they'll never get back. It is an evil, evil thing that's happening to them and their families. So it's time to stand together as Albertans, as Canadians, and around the world, and to start fighting for one another again. And these politicians, all of them, this agenda that they're doing, this is part of it. This anti-human agenda. What they're doing to these men is anti-human. It's inhumane. And so we need to take the road less traveled. That's where I'm at.
Trudeau. He'll never come and take any guns that I have away.
Yeah, resign.
It's got to be very bad for the families. Like, they must just be devastated that this has happened. I don't know them, but I would want people to do what they're doing for me if it was me in jail.
Like, if you're okay with people being presumed guilty until they're proven innocent, sitting in jail, their lives are destroyed around them, their family members are dying while they're in jail, that's not something that anybody in this country should be okay with. And if you're one of those people, are you demanding that a rapist or a child abuser be kept in jail until they're have a guilty verdict? Because they're out on bail. The difference is they didn't speak out against the government. So this isn't a legal thing. It's not a lawful thing or a justice thing. This is a political thing.
If you would like to help us with the journalistic work that we do, you can go to convoycoverage.com to help contribute to our work. Also, if you could subscribe to this channel, it would go a long ways into helping us get this message out to everyday Canadians.
We will continue to keep you informed.